It was all smiles after the game for Texas men's basketball, a complete 180 from their emotions walking off the court in College Station a couple weeks ago. Everybody and their mama was in attendance to watch Texas tie a school record. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Longhorn legend Mac Brown was there, shaking hands with the future of football, Arch Manning, Michael Taft, DeAndre Moore Jr., and Cedric Baxter Jr. And might I say, not a bad game to pull up to. Trey Johnson had one heck of a day, but he wasn't the hero for the Horns. Now, I will say A&M was hooping, though. It felt like their three-point efficiency would be UT's kryptonite. The Aggies made 8 threes in the first half alone on 53% shooting, and best believe they made Texas fans hear about it. A&M was up by 18 at halftime. The lead got up to 22 before Texas started to fight back. With 10 minutes to go in the second half, Tramon Mark nails a triple plus the foul. The Longhorns cut it to 8 until Wade Taylor sparked an Aggie run. He led A&M with 15 points on the day. But Texas wasn't done like chicken baked in 15 minutes. Trey Johnson, corner pocket, money. That cut the lead to 4. Aggies score on the other end, so it's time for Tramon to respond. Tough bucket to cut it back to 4. Horns get a stop, and Johnson's shot drops from behind the arc. Johnson finished with a 30-piece, the most by a freshman since Kevin Durant. So UT locks up again on defense, causing the game to come down to this possession. Larry finds Tramon, who's on the mark with his left hand. But folks, 3 seconds left in the game. The game's not over. UT has to play defense. Wade Taylor, he had a great game. He comes around, half-court shot, throws it up. Lord have mercy. But he almost made it. Look at Julian Larry doing jumping jacks in celebration as the Longhorns pull off the 22-point comeback, the largest in school history since 1998, which means the Lone Star Showdown trophy is headed back to Austin. To go more in depth on this game, I'm tagging in Ann Parker Coleman, who was courtside for the comeback. AP, what'd you see from your point of view about this team?
If there's one word to describe this Longhorns team, it's fight. Moments after claiming the Lone Star Showdown, Rodney Terry in the locker room looked at his team and said, "You answered the bell." That was Texas fight. Not only did the Longhorns surmount a 22-point comeback, that's tied for their program's biggest comeback in history, but they did so without 2 of their top players. See, Texas did not lead this entire game until the final buzzer rang, and that's all they needed.
These guys get all the credit. I mean, they made their minds up at halftime that they were going to come out and they were going to play Texas basketball. They were going to display some Texas fight. They were challenged at halftime to answer the bell, not only right now in the game of basketball, but the game of life. You take a punch, you get knocked down on the mat. We got knocked down at the half, and you get up. You got to get up the rest of your life.
We figuring out ways to win games, and that's really all it means, just sticking together and keep defending and trying to rebound and just the will to want to win. I feel like that's what we needed, and we're starting to get that and learn how to win games.
You could see it on the floor. It was totally different from the first half. You know, we were just locked in on defense. Shot go up, hit somebody, get the rebound, and we're out. It was just totally different energy.
Tramon Mark said everything was different in the second half, but one thing wasn't, and that's him having the ball in his hands at the very end of the game to overcome the Aggies. He did the same thing last year in a Razorbacks jersey, which means he pretty much haunts Buzz Williams' dreams.